Hey guys, welcome to Game Informed Family. This is Game Informed Mom, and today we are going to play Final Fantasy XIV. So, we're going to do a Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to break this up into small, tiny little chunks so that the episodes are searchable by quest, and I think it'll make it a lot easier to kind of take it in. Alright, so that being said, we are going to play a female Ora of the Zayla clan. We were born on the 29th sun of the 6th astral moon, which is November 28th. We are our guardian is Byrago. We are a Conjurer, which means that we will start in Gridania. Our homeworld is Leviathan, and our name is Fallen Knight. So I did Conjure because it is a fast queue time. So before we actually start the cutscene, I just want to go real quick. This is a Let's Play. Like I said, we're going to break it into tiny little chunks to make it easier to kind of take in and also easier to search if you're looking for something specific. I'll have separate playlists for main story quests and side quests, and probably a separate playlist for job quests and maybe even dungeons. I'm not certain, but then there will be one playlist that has everything in it. So I'm gonna try and do as much as I can uncut and show you guys everything that I'm doing. Now obviously if I'm in a queue for like an alliance raid and I'm sitting there for 10 minutes, I'm not gonna make you guys sit there for 10 minutes with me. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, so let's go ahead and watch the opening cutscene. This is just going to be the opening of the game right here. We're going to watch the opening cutscene, the second opening cutscene, and I think there's a third one. So let's go ahead and jump right into these cutscenes. Well, we've got a couple of minutes, not a couple minutes. We've got some load time here. So like I said, we're going to do a few separate playlists. We'll figure out the organization kind of as we go. And I'm only going to be doing side quests when I need to level to that MSQ, that next MSQ. Which won't be very many in the beginning. I mean, I'll do a few and then I'll stop. It'll be one quest active at a time.
Here. Here. Feel.
Alright, so it'll be one quest active at a time, and I will be reading the text on the quests, which is going to make it so much slower than my actual playthrough. Excuse me. Oi. You alright, lass? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the aether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Feeling better, Kupo? Aha! You can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Moogles, and we live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. And, seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Gridania is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Bremont's the name, and peddlin's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Alright, I don't really think it matters what you say here, so I am gonna say nothing. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be his old Bremont's a chatterbox, but he sure as hell ain't no busybody. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further. What's this then? Ah! What's going on? A skirmish has broken out up ahead with the XIV. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells. We shall hold them here. Try to break clear. That was too bleeding close. Nice of the XIV to send us a welcoming party though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so just you take care, alright? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Yes. It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest, lushest forest in all Eorzea. Though, it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that. Not since the calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in and gave the Ixil unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last, behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Ah, here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the matron take her to her bosom, that she may never want. And in her heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
You there. Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Pertenant, a wood wailer of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Alright, so we are in Gridania. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select a control scheme you wish to use. Now, I'm on PC, and I do not like using a gamepad, so I'm going to pick mouse and keyboard. Follow the instructions to move your character. I mean, it's, you know, WASD, spacebar's jump, it's not rocket science. Well, we're in a cutscene, little mini things, so when you are ready to proceed, speak to Bertinent. So I'm gonna mispronounce things. I mean, it's gonna happen, because these names, some of them are freaking crazy. The play guide, this is gonna take you to the lodestone, which I'm not gonna do. So I'm gonna assume, while I'm playing, that you are either new to Final Fantasy or have never played Final Fantasy. So if you have played, please don't be offended that I act like you don't know what's going on. This is the play guide. We're getting rid of that. We don't want that crap. I will fix the HUD outside of a recording, so for right now the HUD is just going to be a big whole hot mess. Initiating quests. So I'm not going to read through these. I'll leave them up for a couple of seconds. You can pause the video if you want to read them or need to read them, but beyond that I'm closing them. Now we will go ahead and accept this first quest, and then we will call it a day. So alright, accepting quests. And gone. Alright, coming to Gridania. I'm not going to read the description because we're actually going to do the quest. So our reward is 400 experience and 103 gil. Every quest will tell you exactly what the reward is going to be and whether or not there are options, like different things that you can choose at the end. Which once we get one, I'll point that out. So we're going to go ahead and accept. Another green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you're wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Miyun within, and she will take you in hand. Alright, you have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task, which is right here. And huge. Oh my god, this HUD. Alright, we'll change the page in case you do actually want to read it. Alright. Oh yeah, so like I said, I'll leave those up for a couple of seconds. If it's not long enough, you know, just pause the video. But I mean, I've read them. This is like my, I don't know, 8th, 9th character that I've started, so. Collecting rewards. Oh gosh, the control scheme. Oh god. Alright, we're gonna close that, and we're gonna talk to Mother Miyun. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wondering young adventurer? Come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Welcome. Miyun's my name, or Mother Miyun as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north. And that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years passed. Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud. and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square realm of the Twelves Wood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the Calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet, amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing: that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray, do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There is a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use quote-unquote amusing aliases. Fallen Knight, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived, another God's damned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The Elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Oh, of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things that they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalogue of exemplary deeds, and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Miyun to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Alright, coming to Gridania is complete. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's the tutorial. Kid you not. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Miyun. Then go forth and discover incredible the incredible adventures that await you. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull that up real quick. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. Wow, we leveled to level 2. Woohoo! We're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you know every time we put an episode out. And as always, thank you so much for watching this episode, and I hope to see you in the next video, and have a great day.